Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and Horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the Ox. So welcome back all my Oxen friends. How are we doing? Let's find out, shall we, as we shuffle these cards up and pick three out for you guys. Let's just move these around, mix them about, shuffle them up, and then we are going to pick three from here. I'm going to take that one from the bottom, we're going to take that one from the middle, we're going to take that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we're going to start off with two positives and move into a negative, and we can be a bit optimistic with these two whites there, but I suppose as we move into this black negative, we might start to feel a bit pessimistic. However, as I've said before, black isn't always an attack, white isn't always all right. It all depends on the cards when we flip them over. And the first card we've got is the Ox card, the card that represents you, which is quite funny actually in a way, because I just did the rat reading and their first card was the rat. So, you know, maybe this is just a week for looking after ourselves, concentrating on us, doing some self-work. Maybe that's what we need to do. That's what your soulmate has been told, which is the rat. The rat and the ox are on the soulmate lines, and they're being told to, you know, look out for them. And I feel that it's probably the same for you. The only difference is you aren't out to impress anybody anyway, and you're not doing more than your fair share if other people are just going to sit around and watch you. So you're in a really good place right now, and you can take advantage of all the opportunities that are opening up to you because you're not over encumbered with too much of everybody else's work. People aren't expecting anything from you, not because you're incapable, but because they know that you are only going to do what is fair for you. You don't work in an unfair environment. You're not going to put up with people's nonsense. And if there are people putting more and more and more straws on your back, you ain't going to be the camel. You are an ox. So the straw that broke the camel's back, it's not even going to get close to the ox's back. You are determined. You are determined to push through this week without having to deal with conflicts and hassle. Two oxes, not a great compatibility, no real in-depth connection there. However, they do understand each other quite well, and I think you're understanding yourself quite well now. You know, you've listened to yourself. Mainly because you're not listening to other people. Not in a bad way, not in a negative way, not in an arrogant way, but more in a kind of, you got stuff to do and you're getting that stuff done. So having other people around you is just a hindrance. Having them here is slowing you down. Having them moaning and groaning is not progression. You will push forward. You are an ox. And I think that communication is going to open up a little bit as time goes by, but you're not overly in the place where you care. You don't really care. Not really. We've got a catalyst card coming though, which is a shame really, because that is your conflict card, despite the fact that it is in the positive place. So there is a bit of conflict. There is something pushing up against you. It is going to bring in this negative space here. And that's a shame because you are holding your own so well. But I think it's going to come down to a point of, again, that lack of communication, things moving on without you. Some people, some things around you, they may have expected or wanted a different approach, and they may actually be trying to pursue that different approach. That means that all your hard work could essentially be undone or be irrelevant now. And that's not fair. As you say, you're not going to work in an unfair environment, and if this conflict kicks off too much, you're more likely to leave. But like I say, there's a negative coming out of this positive. The sheep there is a catalyst card. It's a catalytic moment. It's a moment that is going to be abrupt, it's going to be in your face, it's going to be loud, it's going to be startling, it's going to be unexpected, it's going to just come in and it's going to piss you off. It is. It's going to upset you a little bit. Because again, you've been doing all right by yourself for a while, and now this has cropped up and it's now starting to maybe undo what you've said or undone what you've already worked on. You're trying your hardest to keep everything together here in a upkept way, in an organized way, in a disciplined way. You've got routine, you've got scheduling, you've got things that you want to get done, and you know as and when you're going to get them done because they're all written down in a nice list. Somebody comes along and starts doing stuff on that list that you haven't necessarily signed off on or you're not ready for. It is going to throw a spanner in the works. That's not to say that you need to carry on going on your own though. Maybe this is just a case of a better you know, a chance to open up to other people, open up those lines of communication, potentially, you know, form a team or see things from a different perspective where your work can be incorporated into other people's work or in the other ways of doing things. Maybe they can be merged. Maybe that's what this is sort of suggesting, and that is that a merge might be a good idea. It's okay being all individual and standing on your own, but if you start losing patience with those around you and you start storming off, then all of the work was for nothing. At least if you try to merge it, your patience for them might wear thin and you might get frustrated with them, but at least you're not wasting all of your effort. Storming off now, throwing everything away, or just, you know, giving up on it, that will be a waste of your effort. That will be a waste of your time. That will be a waste, and you haven't got a lot of this left to do. You haven't got a lot of this left to deal with. You haven't got a lot left of this to put up with. You just need to move forward with this now and actually try to seal some kind of achievement or some kind of passing grade just to get on with the next thing that you need to get on with. This is a temporary thing. This is passing through. As I say, we're in this catalytic moment, in this change, in this aspect of things are phasing out. The time of the ox, this phase of the ox that you've had to stand alone, is going to phase out. You're not going to like it, but it's now going to phase into something new, into something different. It's going to phase into a time of uncomfortability, I think. That's why we're going to start the change with the conflict card. And then it's only going to get worse because things are going to slow right down. Things are going to go again in a different opposite direction. Now, the pig, probably a better catalyst card or a card instigating change for you than the sheep is, because the ox and the boar can get along to a certain degree. That pig can get along with you, so there are no real clashes or conflicts between the two. But with that rabbit there moving you into the chain, with that goat moving you there into the change, I don't think the rabbit or the pig are going to be able to help you in this example or in this instance, because the goat is the one that is starting the change, which is already going to put you in a place of disruption and negativity and upset and just uncomfortability. So as things start to slow down and you're forced to grind and work and put more effort into things that you would rather not, it is going to have its toll. It's going to take its toll on you. It is, because it's, again, is a fine line between appropriate socialization for an ox and then just too much socializing for an ox. And unfortunately, I think with all of the teamwork and all of the effort and all of the disruption from everybody that's going on around you, you are now going to have to be, you're going to be forced to endure even more. But again, like I said, the time of the ox is coming to an end. It's not a time for you to carry all that weight anymore. And because you will only carry what is fair to you, which is fine, that's okay. That is absolutely fine. You shouldn't really necessarily be expected to carry more than your fair share. But if you want it carried and you're not going to carry any more than you've already got, then you are going to have to enlist the help of others. You are going to have to enlist that kind of help from people, the support from other people. Share your ideas, share your experiences, share that load, share the weight, share the burden. A problem shared is a problem halved. So if you do push through this with perseverance, it will give you more positive opportunities in the future. It will open up doors for you to be able to go your own way, do your own thing. As I say, move away from this and start something that's a little bit more enjoyable for you. Something that you can get on board with rather than having to do everything with everybody else. You are, after all, a rather introverted person, and you know your own capabilities, you know your own strengths and weaknesses. What's going to frustrate you more is trying to calculate other people's strengths and weaknesses and then trying to counter them and work with them. But again, persistence is the key here. You can push through this and we can move on from it. And we'll find out how you get on with that next week when we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the ox. My next reading will be for those born in the year of the tiger. So if you're interested in what those guys are up to, I'll see you over there next. If not, no worries. I'll just see you in a video for the ox next time. Thanks for watching. Love and peace.